Hello, everyone. Good day to you. Thank you so much for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. I really want to thank you so much, my new and my returning subscribers, for all your energies here. Thanks for being a part of my journey, a part of my soul tribe. All right. Well, it is snow day. The best I can do is to come and talk to you all. Thank you so much for being a part of my everything. All right. I went into my closet earlier. I saw this blouse, and every time I see the blouse, I remember the reason I started this channel. I had a dream about a leopard, and I completely forget the dream by the time I woke up. But I knew I had a dream, but I couldn't remember what dream it was. But I went to the store the same morning, and as I went into the store, this blouse, I'm going to stand up so you can see. This blouse is the first item I saw right at the front, and I had to buy it. I had no clue what the meaning of this was, but I saw it in my dream the night before, and I completely forget the dream. But when the Holy Spirit wants to talk to you, when your spiritual team want to get your attention, and you might forget what they wanted to tell you, they bring it in the physical. I saw a leopard in my dream. I don't remember the dream now. After I bought the blouse, I was trying to press my mind to remember the dream. I couldn't remember the dream, but what I remember was I saw a leopard in my dream. And yeah, so when I look up the meaning of the word leopard, it says in spirituality, the leopard can symbolize strength, stealth, independence, and adaptability. Leopards are often associated with being a powerful guide that offers wisdom and insight. They can also be a reminder to be patient and strategic and to observe your surrounding before making a move. So when I got this dream that I forget, but then I saw the blouse now with the same print as a leopard, I said, wow, I'm gonna have to buy this blouse. So 2 years ago, I got this blouse. I don't wear it very often, but I like it. But I don't want to wear it out because I want this blouse to remind me of the reason that God chose me to do this. He saw strength in me. He saw me as being stable, independent, and can be able to adapt. So God is using this blouse to reinforce the reason I started this channel. So when your spirit guides want to talk to you, they will put forth, maybe you'll get the dream first and then you'll see it in the reality. So there's no way you can forget. So even in this, I'm supposed to be a guide that offers wisdom and insight. So I'm supposed to even talk about this to others. Your dreams have meaning. I don't care how you want to put it. If you think it is maybe cliche, but dreams carry meanings. It's best we write down our dreams because not maybe time is an illusion. You might dream about it like now, and 3 years later, it comes back to you. We say, hey, I saw that in my dream 10 years ago or 3 years ago, and now it's just happening because time in the physical is just an illusion. What's happening now might happen 5 years ago or 5 years to come. So write your dreams down, put a date on it, put a time on it when you get it, because your spirit guides are trying to guide you into something that you might need to know or need to do. Number that was number one. But number two, in the spur of the moment, some thoughts might just come to you out of the blue. You have no clue. That's not even close to your imagination, but these thoughts are just coming to you. Sometimes you just blaze them out, like speak them out. I remember some years ago, I was in Jamaica then. I I had an 11 o'clock shift, 11 to 7. I used to work in telecommunications. And my shift was so late. So my husband kept up with me to let me not fall asleep but get rest at the same time. So we were there talking about how we're gonna put a part of the house, and we're gonna divide the house and put this there. We're talking about house. How we're gonna fix the home. Out of the blue, like a kid, I just come out with the idea of I don't feel like I wanna drive to work tonight. He said, Mommy, how you not gonna drive to work and you know the area that we live in and you have to walk to wait and get taxi, you're gonna be late for work and then taxi might not come on time. I said, okay, I will drive then. Out of the blue. Nobody mentioned anything about cars, but it just come out of my head. I said, all right, when it was time for me to leave, maybe 10:30, we went outside, he opened the gate, he closed back the gate, and I drove out. Lo and behold, before even reaching work, my car was broken down. I had the car for over 3 years, never give me any problem whatsoever. No issues. I drive to work at night forever because I work night shift. I like to work on the night shift. And I called him. I called him Daddy. I said, Daddy, I heard the voice of God telling me not to drive tonight. And now my car broke down right at this location in the middle of the street. I had to come out of the car and gradually steer the car and push it over to the corner of the road, out of the middle of the road. He had to leave to come rescue me almost midnight now because I'm late for work now because my car is sick and I'm just standing there 10:30 to 11 in the night. He came and he towed the car to one of his friend's house and he dropped me to work so he could get back home. So when we hear the still voice of God, never you overlook it to be your own thoughts. It just come out of nowhere. Yeah. And that was one of my instance also. I remember also I was in New York and so long. I'm not gonna be too long though. So I was on the subway and I bought a ticket in the morning. I was going to work. Someone gave me a bus ticket, but I bought a one-way ticket the morning and I did not use it. So I said to myself, I maybe could use it on my way back. So someone came to me by the bus stop and said, do you want a bus ticket? I said, no, no, thank you. I'm fine. Because I knew I had one before in the morning I did not use. I just went to New York. I didn't know how the system works, that within a couple of hours that expires and it can only go from north to south and not from east to west. I didn't know that, but I was in contention with myself. I refused that ticket from the lady. And I was saying to myself, I had a two-way conversation with me within 2 minutes. I was saying to myself, why didn't I take a ticket? No, I didn't. Somebody saying, you didn't have to take it. Yes, you should have taken a ticket. I mean, and I had this two-way quarreling conversation with myself while I was on the bus. The first stop the bus stopped, it was this porter. They stop and check the bus at regular intervals. Not all the time, but that time they stopped and they took me off the bus. Even though I had the card, I had to have a physical paper ticket to show I was able to use this. I was charged $100 just for a 25 cents ride on that select bus. It cost me $100. I was so upset. But that teaches me something. I wasn't angry for a long time. But it says to me, I heard the voice so clearly in my head that I should have taken a ticket, but something was counteracting me. Do not take a ticket. Yes, you should. No, you should not. It was like a two-way conversation happening there within 2 minutes. I was the only one that they took off the bus and I had to pay $100. But it teaches me how to hear the voice of God. Are people coming to be a help to me, like in the form of um, in a helpful way. I didn't know then, I was upset, but it teaches me how to listen to hear God's voice. Yes, so I paid $100 and everything was fine. And that was another scenario that teaches me if a person is offering you something, it could be God that sends that person. God sent the person straight to me because never in my time has ever anyone come to me to say, hey, here is a ticket. And that very moment the person came, I refused it because I thought I was covered and I have everything I wanted. And I was punished for it. I said, God, I don't know what this is going to teach me, but I thank you. In the tears, in the tears, and I was like sobbing. I said, God, I don't know what this is supposed to mean, but thank you. Yeah. It was just a way of teaching me how to listen to his voice. All right, that's number two. Number three, that's in no particular order though. Number three is you wake up being very restless, can't sleep at night because there is something that the Holy Spirit wants to tell you. There's something that they want to get your attention to. But you maybe need some work, you need to connect intuitively with the divine, or you need to get out of the crowd, or you just need to know there's something higher than you that needed to reach or needs to reach you. But it might be frustrating because there's a sense of urgency that you have to do something. It let you feel as if someone is asking you to run and you're tied onto a chair. How can you run and you're tied in one position? That's the feeling. That's how you mentally feel when the spirit wants to tell you or want to lead you out of maybe a direction that's not good for you. I was locked there for a while because things I don't see, I don't believe. Things I don't feel, I don't believe. My mother always called me Miss Thomas because if I am the one kid that never believed in anything. I remember as a kid, my mother was talking to someone outside and I was watching the light, the bulb, where you screw the bulb into. I watched it for days and I was curious as to how the bulb gets light up when you flip the switch and I can't see it because me, things I don't see, I don't believe. The rod that the bathroom towel that would hang on, I pull it out of the bath. I was like about 5. I was 5. I pull it out. She was outside talking and I couldn't wait for her to go outside because I really wanted to test it, only to push the metal thing up in the light socket I put a table there too, I pull the table underneath it and climb on the chair and climb up and push it. I was whopped properly because I did not see the current physically in the socket. So I had to prove that something was in there. But sometimes we go to the extreme, not believing there's a higher power, believing there's nothing around us because you can't see it, but this is the deception that the devil wants you to believe. I was hit so hard, it fling me off the table. Me and the stick and everything went down, and she heard the noise, and she came in and said, "What happened?" Yes, I was crying now because I realized things I don't see, sometimes you have to believe. And this is a lesson I learned since I was 5. I learned this because I even remember when I was small, I wanted to know. I started school at 3, infant school. And there was this lady, my mother's friend, and everybody was talking. The school was in a churchyard. And I was so curious. I wanted to know. I asked my mother's friend, "Who is God?" I was standing at a wall because we were over the wall and she was over on the road. I said, "Who is God?" And she said, "God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth." I was 3. I started school early because I was very smart then. I'd known my ABC since I know my ABC since I was 2 years old and I was able to count from 1 to wherever. So they say, "Hey, you can go to school." And I started school early. So when she taught me that God is a spirit, I was trying to figure out, it rests on my mind over time. What's a spirit? And she even said to me, just like the wind, you can't see the wind, but God is a spirit to you. So all of that is coming back to me now that God is a spirit. Not because I can't see with my physical eyes. I can't believe that there is something. Because when I was going through my spiritual awakening, I'm getting emotional, I'm sorry. When I was going through my spiritual awakening, I was so frustrated. I thought I was gonna die, as I always say. I thought to hell I was gonna die. I I gave up. I gave up. I completely gave up. I said, God, I don't know what this is or what's happening to me or what you want to say to me or what's it. Because I started crying. I literally was swamped in my own tears, my own emotion. I was like, I don't know what's happening. But lo and behold, God wanted to get my attention. He wanted to talk to me, but I was listening to too much noise and too much things and too much happiness. And yeah, He wanted to give me a pause. So I end up on the spiritual awakening thing with my twin flames, and then everything just turned upside down. Now, the next thing was when your spirit guides are actually walking with you and trying to talk to you, you have seen things in a different light. Your eyes are wide open. You're now able to see people through the eyes of love, kindness. You're now embodying the fruit of the Spirit. In Galatians 5, verse 22 to 25, it's the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, patience, and self control. It's like all of those are now bestowed upon you. You've seen things and people, the entire world from a different lens because you're connected now with a spiritual being. You're connected with yourself. You is like a gift of love is just poured on your head and you are now changed. That's how I'm seeing it. People are families that you were associated with at some point in your life. You could have even grown up with these people. They no longer know you. You could even be in a marriage, a long term marriage, person you married to 15 years ago. This person no longer knows you because you're not operating from that same vibration that they knew you to be in. You are completely a different person. So it's going to take a person with understanding for them to understand that you have gone through a transformation where things, people, situation no longer hold the same weight as they used to have in your life at one point. You have seen life through a different and a clearer lens. There's this song I remember when I was going to church back in the days. So your life become somehow unstable, unbalanced. You're not sure why. You can't ride the wave. You can't even swim, and the waves are taking you. That spiritual thing, it feels traumatic. But there's a song, as I said, it goes like, let the Lord have his way in your life every day. There's no rest and there's no peace until the Lord have his way. I don't remember the rest of the song, but this is the part that I remember now. But this is how, for me, it was. Um, so if you're going through a turmoil or troubling time in your life, this could be a sign that your spirit guides are trying to get your attention to do something or to leave something or to work on something. But there is a reason for every storm that happens in your life. Not all storms are here to destroy you, because I thought I was destroyed. I thought I was dying. I thought I would be dead by now. But some storms are here to clear your path. So keep moving forward. Keep looking up because there could be a higher reason or a higher calling for your life, and that's the reason that you're going through this. But just listen to the quiet voice and spend some time alone. Listen to your inner thoughts. What I had to do then was to abandon my room and sleep in the closet. I wanted a small space where I could only hear my own heartbeat. That was so painful. Nobody understood what I was going through, but God did. I recovered because He redeemed me, if I'm using the right term. Yes. Well, I was able to recover from all of this because I trusted a higher source, a higher power. I trusted God. Sometimes this is a test to see who you would have chosen if you were in a corner and not sure where to turn. But this is God's way of testing you to see how strong you are in Him, how much you believe in Him, and how much you would follow Him if your last breath was depending on Him. So, collectives, if this reading resonates or you just happen to like the reading, please let me know by commenting down below or liking this message. Thank you so much again, and goodbye.